أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والصلاة والسلام على خاتم الأنبياء والمرسلين محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. All of us are always looking for peace, right? Peace is defined by people in different ways. Yeah, some people think that just because they live in Chelsea, in Kensington, they achieve peace, right? Some people think that just because they have a nice job, they have achieved peace, and that is so superficial, right? A true peace is only achieved, right, when your heart is in peace with Allah. That's it. Allah is called As-Salam. As-Salam means the bringing of peace, right? And this is what we are looking for, right? We meet each other with Assalamu alaikum because we want to hopefully, inshallah, wish each other peace. And this is important that we are always seeking peace in this world and especially in the hereafter. Right? In the hereafter, brothers, when all of us will run away from each other. First of all, before that, right, when the second blow of trumpet, what happened? The sun will be brought close to the earth, right? 1 mile from the earth, you know, 1 mile. If you think that Saudi Arabia that you were there for 2 years, it's very hot. You do not know what's coming, right? Where everybody will start to sweat. Some people start sweating until the ankles. Some people start sweating until the knee, the waist, the shoulder. The disbelievers will be drowning in the sweat. However, there are 7 groups of people. Even though the sun is so close, they will still feel peaceful because they are not affected by the sun because they are given the shade of Allah. First of all, just ruler. Is it just ruler in Malaysia? Is it just ruler in Malaysia? Is the ruler just in Malaysia? No, it's not 100%. Somalia? No.
Don't worry, don't Trump is very just.
No. Not the kuffar countries, right? Don't care what. Only for the Muslim countries, right? Today, there's no just ruler. No, there's no just ruler today, right? So this is the first thing, just ruler. Secondly, a person who is a youth who is practicing Islam. Youth in general is believed to be those below 40, right? It's not about the English or American is 20. Is it which age that you can drink? 21? 21. It's not 21. It's not the English as in 18. It's 40 in general, right? Those who are practicing Islam in the youth. Thirdly,
You can spend his time in the masjid.
whose heart is attached to the mosque, right? Fourth,
Two love for the sake of Allah.
2 people who love for the sake of Allah.
Wait, what?
2 people who love you for this. At this stage, right? Both of you, right? You love him because he can teach you Arabic, right? You love him because he's American. So it's not true. It's not true love, right? You must solely for the sake of Allah, right? Number 4,
Someone who cries at night for Allah.
cries privately. You know, right? Sometimes you read the Quran, just tears come up because you're affected by it, because you've done so many mistakes. Allah, you just want to ask forgiveness, right? This is from the heart, not in the middle of qunut dua in Tarawih, because everybody's crying, so crying, right? You know, in East London Mosque, right? Even though the Imam, because they don't understand Arabic, so even the Imam was saying a dua in the meaning like, Ya Allah, we have sinned. They say Ameen, right? They just say everything about Ameen, but it's not about that you don't understand. Everybody cries, so cries. It's about privately. You cry because you fear Allah. Number 4, you're able to resist the temptations of opposite sex. Right?
What?
If you're able to resist zina,
And you pointed at me.
then you will be shaded by Allah on their judgment. Number 5, when you give charity, right hand give, left hand doesn't know. So sincerity in giving charity. Number 6.
Someone who I think you've done it.
Yes, 7.
Yeah, what's
Just ruler, youth, prevent zina, donations,
Attached to the mosque.
attached to the mosque,
Crowds are-
cry, then one more.
Exactly, yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we're not, you said six.
Sorry,
That's
one more.
Sheikh Abed does.
Oh, you said charity, yeah? Charity. Shade. Oh, two people that go meet up and go their separate ways.
We did.
Two people that love each other.
So we done everything, right? 7, yeah?
Yeah.
7.
Yeah, I think we've done stuff, yeah, because you said just food as well.
Just ruler,
Zina.
zina,
So a youth that spends his time.
youth. 2 people love each other for the sake of Allah. Charity,
Yeah.
cry, and then that's one.
Youth.
No, we did youth already.
We did all of them. Class.
In a sister's class, it's perfect, you know. Sister, I just did once. Wait, what is one more?
Is it someone that before their time?
Anyway,
Anyway.
yeah, it's 7 actually, right?
I know, so,
Now, so this is the peace that people achieve, right? As you know, on the day of judgment, everybody will run away from each other, right? This is Surah number 80, verse number 34. فَإِذَا جَاءَ الصَّاخَّةُ, right? Continue, Habib.
يوم يفر المرء من أخيه وأمه وأبيه وصاحبته وبنيه لكل امرئ يومئذ شأن
Shani. Okay, so everybody want to run away from each other. There's no peace, right? You think your wife can save you? No, she only cares about herself. Everybody will say, "Ya nafsi nafsi," right? And this is about the peace that we're looking for in the hereafter. But those who are, when Allah says in the Quran, "Wala khawfun alayhim wala hum yahzanun," upon them shall have no fear, nor shall they grieve. If you do this, what is required, then you won't have all these issues. We know how long is the day of judgment, Billy?
50,000.
Yeah. But in hadith, for those believers, how long is the day of judgment? Like between 2 prayers.
Yeah.
It's short. And they have, inshallah, they have peace. And they will not be grieving or they fear. And it's quite important that we reach these people, inshallah.
When you say believers, is that that's the criteria of people that have Ihsan and you know, that kind of
Yeah,
level?
it's in the Quran. Who are the
A lot of people
believers?
say they're Muslim, but
Yes.
they don't pray.
Not all are believers. Mu'min and Muslim is very different.
Yeah, exactly. But
Yeah.
the ones that have like Ihsan, you know, the highest
Yes. Yeah.
level. I mean, is that like a criteria? Has it been mentioned? Or?
Yes. Right. So who are the mu'min? Which surah? No. Surah number 8, verse number 2. Right. Let's look at it. Who are the mu'min? Innamal mu'minuna alladhi dzikrallahu wa wajilat qulubuhum wa ala rabbihim yatawakkalun. Right. The believers are only those when Allah's name is mentioned, they feel a fear in the heart. And that when the what is the Quran recited, they increase the iman, right? And they put their trust in Allah. And the next one about salah and zakat, right? What is it? Look at it. Verse number 3. Yes.
Oh, okay.
8, verse number 3. No. Yes. So those who not just do salah, but establish a salah. Everything about the salah with khushu' and etc. Right? And perform zakah. Then Allah said in verse number 8, Ulaika humul mu'minuna haqqan lahum darajatun 'inda rabbihim wa maghfiratan wa ajra wa rizqun karim. Yeah, upon them there will be grace of dignity with the Lord, right? And they will have Allah's forgiveness and a generous provision which is in Jannah. Right? So these are criteria of believers. Not believers and the Muslim mu'min are very different. Okay? So let's look in the verses of the Quran, right? Regarding who will have no fear nor shall they grieve in the hereafter. Number one, right? If you look in Surah number 2, Al-Baqarah verse number 277, Allah says, Innal ladina amanu wa amilu salihat wa aqamu salah wa atawu zakah lahum ajruhum 'inda rabbihim wa la khawfun 'alaihim wa lahum yahzanun. Indeed, those who believe and done righteous good deeds, they have no fear concerning them, nor shall they grieve. Right? And of course, sorry, in this verse includes us doing salah and doing the zakat. Yeah. Iman, we discussed yesterday in the khutbah. Iman and belief is very different. Iman is belief in certainty. Some people believe that Chelsea will win the Premiership, but it's just a belief. It's just a pipe dream, right?
Pipe dream is crazy.
Right? There is not assured, no certainty, right? There's a lot of doubts in that. A lot of doubts. Manchester City just lost 2-0, and then they think that they can win the Premiership. There's a lot of doubts.
City lost 2-0, no, we
Right.
say,
So, but Iman is very different. Today must be a Saturday, unless your Alabama is the day before, right? Today is Saturday, 100%, and now is about what? About 3:40. Yeah, that can certainty. Yeah, and we must believe in 6 things, right? Allah, books of Allah, angels of Allah, prophets of Allah, their judgment, and the qadar, qadar of Allah, without any doubt. If you believe in Allah 100%, you would not, as in Allah's Rabbil Alamin, right? The protector and all this, then you wouldn't be scared of Friday the 13th, right? You wouldn't be scared of many things, right? You don't need to go to the fortune tellers, which many people are doing. You know, you have been in Queensway, the praying place, Yusuf. There's a praying place in Queensway, like a small mosque in the shopping center.
Oh.
Next to it is a tarot card, right? It's very, the kind of dingy things. Oh my god.
What, next to the mission?
Yeah. So shirk next to the tawheed, right? And this is subhanallah, right? You wouldn't go to these places to get, I don't know, your fortune told and all this, and because at the end of the day, some people like when you were young, right? Oh, this is long life. This is 2 wives, whatever it is, right? And you believe in it, right? In these things.
Some people like they read the coffee like the tea, coffee like they cup from the cup.
It's someone in culture, but you, I do not know about this, right? So important that we believe in something, in Allah as a protector. You don't need anything else,
No.
right? You believe that Allah. It is quite importantly is about the Allah who provides.
Yes.
Only Allah provides, not your mom, not your boss,
No.
right? So if your boss will tell you must not go for Jumu'ah prayer, right? What would you really?
Cheers, boss. It was great having that job, but I'm on to the next one.
Yeah, inshallah. And that's quite important, right? Remember, it was in a Thursday class. Was it Aiden, right? We were talking about risk provisions. Immediately after class, he called the boss and said, I want to quit.
Wait.
Huh?
Wait, sorry.
So we were talking about this issue about Allah the one who provides, right? So after the class, immediately called the boss and quit. Immediately. And this is what we call about as a mu'min, right? You trust in Allah, right? Trust in Allah is very easy to advise. Oh, don't worry, you got no job, right? Trust in Allah will come. It will come, right? Can you imagine, Bailey, that if you were to have a job maybe a few months earlier, you won't be having, alhamdulillah, you acquired all this knowledge that you have now. Very different. You will be in Soho now, for example, right? If you were not, yeah. And this is something in which sometimes, right, we do not know. When Allah planned our lives,
Yes.
we think that we know better, but Allah knows the best. Yeah, wallahu khairul makirin, which means Allah is the best of planners, not us. Just need to trust Allah. It's quite important to have this. And so to believe in Allah includes all this, right? So it's not just an easy sentence that, okay, I believe in Allah. It means you believe in everything that Allah has decreed for us. whether it's good or whether it is bad. It's quite difficult. You know? Want to get married, for example, right? Not married, not married, not married. But Allah has a plan. Perhaps, it may not be now, but maybe in a few years time. We do not know. And it's quite important to trust Allah's plan. Things happen for a reason. That somehow or other, why am I in this state? Why am I not having all these provisions even though I work hard? What happened if Allah gave us everything? We will rebel.
Yes.
Right? This is, if you look in Surah number 42, right? In verse number 27, right? 42, in the verse number 47, yeah? Walau basatallahu rizqu li'ibadihi labaghaw fil ardi walakin yunazzilu biqadarin ma yasha innahu bi'ibadihi khabirun basir. And if Allah were to enlarge the provision for his slaves, they would surely rebel in the earth. But he sends down by measure as he wills. Verily, he is in respect of his slaves, the well aware, the all-seer. As I said, a lot of people think that money brings them peace. But most of the time, as you know, the money will make them forget Allah.
Sometimes
Right?
sadness.
How many in Malaysia, how many people who have money, celebrities and this, how many are really truly fearful of Allah? Not many. There is, of course, some people, but more people would not obey Allah. I can only say what I saw on YouTube about, for example, Malaysian celebrities, how tight they wear, right? All these people, cut KM, all these kind of things, they kind of say, do you know what I mean? I know all these stories. Because I need to know this because it's part of, if I have to talk to people, right? I need to see in Islam, right? I'm sure you agree. It's about how to relate to people. It's not about theory, about Iman, Islam, Quran, but you need to relate to the people. If I talk about this celebrity, she knows how much did Allah give. Allah give these people a lot of wealth, insanely amount of wealth in Malaysia. But when they appeared in YouTube and all this, very very tight, and they dancing and they move the hips and they say the swear words, and Allah give them everything.
Because they think it comes from them.
And this is what Allah meant, right? If Allah give more, they would rebel to Allah. They think Islam is just about la ilaha illallah and all this. It doesn't make sense. What are the 7 conditions of Shahada? The first one, knowledge. You must have knowledge. Number 2, you must have yaqeen. You must have be certain. La ilaha illallah. Cannot say la ilaha illallah. Did the Shia believe in la ilaha illallah?
Yes.
Of course. But they also believe in 12 imams. And it doesn't match. Right? We're talking about Tawheed al-Uluhiyya, oneness of worship. They worship them. They put even Ali in the adhan or in the anything. Yeah. Talk to your Shia friends,
Only the Shahada, when you come Shia, you also have to say
Ali, yeah. Right? Aliullah. So anyway, so this is yaqeen. You must have yaqeen, certainty. Number 3, you must accept the conditions. Whatever things can accept it. So when Allah said praying, you hafidhu ala salawati wa salatul wusta, God strict your prayers for the middle prayers, you need to accept that. Whether you can do it or not, there's a different story. You must accept the prayer, okay? That it is 5 times a day. Not 4, not 3, right? But 5. Next one, number 4, after you accept, then you submit. Then you obey. Everything, right? It's not up to you and I to decide what to obey, what not to obey. Number 5, then is a truthfulness. Everything but la ilaha illallah is the truth. Right? Number 6, sincerity. We do it for the sake of Allah. Right? Malaysia, Singapore, people took Shahada because they want to get married.
Yeah.
That's about it. Most people. It's not about you and Yusuf, right? That you took Shahada and Bilal took Shahada because of yaqeen, that you believe it is truth. It's all about convenience. That in general, the Malays are more beautiful than the Chinese. It's a fact.
In terms of what? Character?
Looks.
Looks.
Yeah. So there's a degree of more attractiveness in the Muslims in general. That's why the Chinese they want to marry, but they cannot marry because they're not Muslim. So they took shahada la ilaha illallah because of marriage.
But
Right.
also, you never know if he'll be.
That's a later story. But I'm talking about in general. The first stage of getting married is because the first stage of shahada is because of marriage. I know this also because I've talked to in Singapore there is an organization called Muslim Converts of the new Muslim converts in Singapore.
But I think Chinese more practice the Islamic more than Malay itself. Because in Sabah, some Malays not Muslim and they want to marry Muslim, but after married, still the
Was
wear,
they're still the same?
wear hijab.
Yeah.
But Chinese practice.
More practice,
More
yeah.
practice.
Yeah, alhamdulillah. So this is sincerity. And last one, you need to love what is la ilaha illallah. This is what we need. This I'm trying to help everybody here, including myself. So it's not just about the deen, right? You need to love the deen. I think, as you know, the new Muslims they love the deen more than us. They hold on to
They
it.
have a preparation.
Right? He was crying because he wanted to go to the mosque for Fajr. Allah Mubarak. But nobody cares about him. Alhamdulillah. Right? Okay? So this is it. So the first criteria, if you want to be among those who no worry, no fear, it is to have iman, to believe, and to do good righteous deeds. Yeah, remember, this is very important. Righteous deeds means everything that we do that will be pleasing to Allah. Most important thing is the 5 pillars of Islam. Your shahada, of course, that means maintain your tawheed, very important. Then salah, zakat, fasting in Ramadan, and Hajj for those who can afford it. Always remember nowadays, right, with the immense spending power of the people today, people are more concerned about the holidays in the Caribbean, right, in America,
Chelsea now.
in Europe, than going to Hajj. And then you say that, oh, I got no money to go to Hajj. Look at all the tickets you bought, right? To China, to Japan, right? To Croatia, to talking about who? Talking about Dublin. No. Madeira, right? People are having holidays, right? Completely oblivious about the fact that Hajj is the pillar of Islam, right? So if you want, because like it or not, even in the West today, those going to Hajj, it is a lottery in the sense that it's not automatic, right? You be picked upon. They have to pick your names to be chosen according to the rules today. Doesn't mean that you want to register, you'll be going to Hajj this year. You are not picked. There's some incidents where husband and picked, wife wasn't picked today. In UK, yeah.
Lottery is betting and betting.
As your ally. American's ally. Who's American's?
What, Israel?
No. The other
They
one.
think they're allies.
Where's the Umrah? Which country?
England?
Umrah, which country?
Huh? Saudi.
Saudi Arabia, yeah. Allies of America.
Oh yeah, probably that.
Anyway, so this is the thing that we do need to do. Allah said, Al-mal wal banuna zinatul hayati dunya wal baqiyatu salihatu inda rabbika thawaban wa khairun amala. Right, Surah number 18, verse number 46. That wealth and children are the adornments of life in this world, but the good, righteous deeds that last are better with Allah in terms of reward and better in terms of hope. Right? So we do need to do good, righteous deeds. Yeah. So it's not just a willful thinking, oh, I'm a Muslim and all this. There need to be actively involvement in submissions to Allah. So, for example, are we doing the duha prayer? Duha, right? So very important, right? Duha has a lot of reward. Yeah. Are we helping the Palestinians, right? Are we fasting on other than Ramadan? So all these kind of things that we are striving to do good righteous deeds, and inshallah the reward is وَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. That there is no grief or no fear, nor the grief in the hereafter. Yes. Duha is in the morning of the Fajr, right? That the reward is, what is the reward?
You can pray it until before.
Before Dhuhr. So that means Dhuhr is about 1, right? You can pray about 12 o'clock, even 12:15. The name is called Awabin. It's different name, but same prayer. Yeah, called Duha. Yeah, after Fajr. Duha, there are 3 kinds of Duha.
But isn't it
Right? Along the 3 kinds of Duha, one is called the Ishraq, the most reward. That means after you need to be in the mosque firstly for the brothers. You need to read Quran or do adhkar, dhikr all the way until 10 minutes after sunrise, then you pray. And you need to be in a constant state of adhkar, dhikr, remembering of Allah. Right? Then you get the reward of Hajj or Umrah. There's a mosque. There's a perfect. Right? 3 times, right?
Yeah. Tamat.
Yes. The second duha is a normal duha. Right? That means you do anytime. You can even do it fajr at home. Right? So maybe about when the sun is about 1/6 risen, and maybe about 7 o'clock. What time is sunrise?
5:43.
Yeah, so about 7:15, 7:30, and all the way until about 12 or 11:30. This is called duha. What is the reward? The hadith clearly states, Prophet said that the joint has the body has 360 joints, and they glorify Allah. And doing duha is sufficient to replace this. Right? Glorification of the 360 joints in the body. Right? A lot of reward. Yeah. And last one is awabin. That means from about 11:45 to about 12:30, you can still do it at the last stage of duha. Right? So all I'm trying to ask is that these are the good righteousness at last. I think more importantly than this, for example, is an investment in the hereafter. What do we mean by this, right? There are 3 things that when we die, they are still continuous. What is this? Righteous children, inshallah. Sadaqah jariyah, continuous charity, and beneficial knowledge. Right? Righteous children, the dua, the sadaqah jariyah, the beneficial, the continuous charity, right? So it's not about, sorry to say this, not about having orphans. It's about the building it last, mosque, madrasah that are continuous people using it. Yeah. And last one is the knowledge that is beneficial to the people. Even teaching each other. So Abi is teaching Quran, right? So when you read the Quran, he get the reward.
Is it true that if we give someone like the prayer mats, like every time we pray on it?
Yes.
Do you need any prayer mats?
Don't worry, I don't need it. But I'm accepting the food. Okay. So this is important, right? That we understand what is iman, belief, and do good righteous deeds. Right? Doesn't mean the sunnah you don't do, right? You should do the sunnah. Why do we do the sunnah?
Sunnah.
Why do we do the sunnah, even though it's not obligatory? The hadith very clear about what Allah said in the hadith Qudsi, when my servant does an obligatory deeds, I love him. But when he does the voluntary deeds, the sunnah, I love him even more. That I becomes the eyes that he sees, ears that he hears, and the hands that he used. Secondly, قُلْ إِن كُنْتُمْ تُحِبُّونَ اللَّهَ فَاتَّبِعُونِي يُحْبِبْكُمُ اللَّهُ وَيَغْفِرْ لَكُمْ وَاللَّهُ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. Say, Muhammad, to mankind, if you love Allah, then follow me. Then follow the sunnah, do the sunnah. Then Allah said, then He will love you and forgive you of your sins. Right? Love and forgiveness. Guaranteed, inshallah, Jannah. The sunnah is very important. So don't dismiss the sunnah just because it's sunnah. Okay?
Yeah, you know the duha.
Yes.
You know those 3 different that you mentioned, are they all for the body, yeah? Or
Only
for the joint?
the last 2, not the Ishraq. Ishraq is for Hajj and Umrah.
Okay.
Yeah.
The most Hajj and Umrah, yeah?
Yes.
But the other 2 is for.
But the more, yeah, just for the glorification. Yeah. Sometimes in deeds, right? Let me be honest, right? Why do you do good deeds, Bailey? Is it because of reward? Is it because you fear Allah? Because why do you do good deeds?
But fight has multiple reasons, but
What is your reason?
Beat Trump.
Are we talking purely Islamic? Are we talking Islamic?
Huh?
Are we talking Islamic?
Yeah, of course. Why do you want to wake up for Fajr? Why do you want to go to the mosque for Fajr? Why do you want to do all this? Right? Yeah, so everybody got different reasons, right? I remember one person came up to me, oh, I'm so scared of Allah. I want to do good deeds. So his reason was because he's scared of Allah, right? But for me personally, right, I do good deeds just because I want to please Allah. I'm grateful to Him. Whether He accept or not, I can't help it. I'm doing my best. What can I do if Allah doesn't accept my deeds? And that's the thing that makes me cry sometimes. That I don't know how Allah going to accept my deeds. As I said before, not being boastful, I've done whatever I can, inshallah, my best. Don't know whether I'm going to accept it or not. I do not know. And it's quite important to realize why you want to do good deeds. Right? Some people do this because you're scared of your parents, scared, the kids, right? Scared of parents, scared of your wife, right? And then, many different reasons. But you must know yourself, right? That at the end of the day, all of us have only one destination in our dream, which is to go to Jannah. And that itself requires Allah's mercy. Many examples have been given. Even a person who killed 100 men was forgiven by Allah, right? And would enter paradise. Even a prostitute, right? Whose job or who did just one thing, feeding the dog. Yeah, the dog was dying. She climbed down the well. Well is very steep, risked her life, and then just to feed the water. And just that, right? And just that, and he will enter Jannah, right? And all these kind of things. All I'm trying to say, right, brothers, of course, the rule of thumb, we have to obey Allah as much as possible. We cannot be like, oh, I do whatever I want, then in the end, I just ask for forgiveness, right? So all I'm trying to say in all these examples, do not judge others, right? Our job is just to obey Allah as best as we can and advise others. Ad-dinu nasiha, which means the deen of Allah is to advise. Our way of life is to remind others. Balighu anni walau ayah. Yeah, that means convey for me, for Rasul said, even though it's a single ayah, just spread the word, right, of the truth. It's very important. Yeah, we do as many good deeds as possible, inshallah. Okay, so remember this: the first principle or the first point of who are the ones who wouldn't be fearful, or who are the ones who will not be grieving or worrying, are those that's so loud, are those who believe and do good righteous deeds. Any questions? Right. So today, even we know what did Allah said. First tabiqul khairat. Which surah? Al-Baqarah. Al-Maidah also. Al-Maidah was number 48. Al-Baqarah was 148. What is fast tabiqul khairat? Means compete with each other to the good deeds. Compete. Not to show up, but of course to encourage each other. Oh, I memorize the Quran. Okay, I want to memorize also. Right? I want to learn the Quran. Okay, I want to learn the Quran to teach, to recite better. Right? So this is called fast tabiqul khairat. Right? Because even in the time of Prophet ﷺ, right? What did Umar want to do? Umar wanted to donate half of his wealth. I want to donate half of my wealth. Then he found Abu Bakr who donated all his wealth. Cannot win Abu Bakr.
You know, check aside, I want to touch on this because I think there's a lot of brothers when they leave the classroom.
Yep.
And I think we don't mention this enough, but I think it's an opportunity now to strike the iron white hot. Brothers, when you go to these masjids, these super Salafi masjids, yeah, don't listen to them when they start saying we don't do fundraising and stuff like that. Because they'll brainwash you and make you think that what they're doing is golden. But they've forgotten the essence of Islam, where Uthman ibn Affan, He donated so much silk, barley, camels, wealth, everything. He donated to the well of Uthman. It's still there in Medina. Abu Bakr, as he just mentioned, donated everything. Umar donated half. And the Prophet ﷺ was crying out in his masjid, asking who's going to donate. So these masjids that are super Salafi and say, we're on the hack, we don't ask for no fundraising, don't listen to them.
Yeah.
Believe me, they've been brainwashed and they think that they're doing something that's more. They've actually created their own bid'ah, believe it or not.
Yeah, bid'ah, yeah.
Because they'll tell you, we don't fundraise, and they'll make you sound so golden and sweet, but really, you go back to the books of the Prophet ﷺ, where was fundraising coming from? In the masjid.
Yeah.
So you're allowed to ask people to fundraise and
Yep.
ask them.
You need to tie the camel, right?
Yeah.
Because you need to. That's it.
And I feel like the revert, especially, they get lost in it and they start learning with this misguided imams and they start really like bringing you down a dark, dark hole. But
Yeah.
they've forgotten that Islam is simple. It's easy. It's not meant to be difficult, but it's not meant to be lenient either, is it?
Yeah.
And I feel like so many leave and then they start becoming like this imam and start learning all these horrible things and
Yeah.
they really misguide you, these people. So I just want to say it now, brothers, believe me, I've been doing this a long time in this game as well, like the chef. And I just see a lot of brothers go down a dark hole and they get misguided. There's so many people who think they're doing right, but
Yeah.
they've misguided you from actually what's right in front of you.
True.
Jazakallah khair.
True.
Okay, so always remember, right? The first point, if you want to have no worry, no fear in the hereafter, it is to believe with certainty and to do good righteous deeds. Any questions? All right. Number two, those who follow Allah's guidance. Right? This is in Surah number 2, verse number 38. قُلْنَا اهْبِطُوا مِنْهَا جَمِيعًا فَإِمَّا يَأْتِيَنَّكُم مِّنِّي هُدًى فَمَن تَبِعَ هُدَايَ فَلَا خَوْفٌ عَلَيْهِمْ وَلَا هُمْ يَحْزَنُونَ. When Allah told Adam, get down all of you from this place, but there will come to you guidance from me. From who? From Allah. Whoever follows my guidance, repeat again, from Allah's guidance, right? Upon them shall have no fear, nor shall they grieve. The problem, whether it's in Somalia, whether it's in Malaysia, Indonesia, is that people are following the guidance of the shuyukhs, of the great-father, right? Without understanding, without checking whether it's true or not. That's why the topic for next week is about to reevaluate our Islam, whether it's true or not. Always remember, Islam is not about following the majority. Which surah?
6:116.
What did Allah say?
If you follow the majority,
That's why
they will lead you astray because all they do is assume.
Yes, in the gist, 70%, right? So if you obey most of those on the earth, they will mislead you far away from Allah's path. They do nothing but guessing, which is true, right? People, they never look at the hadith, they just, oh guys, everybody's doing it, I'm doing it. Or they do nothing but lie. This is what I say, right? Never, for even with me, if you want evidence, ask from me and I give you the evidence, inshallah. In Islam, everything must have, we call it dalil. That's what Prophet Muhammad said in his last sermon. Taraktu fikum amrayni lan tadillu ma tamassaktum bihima kitabillahi wa sunnatin nabi. I'm leaving you two things. You will never be led astray if you hold on to them, you cling on to them. This is the Quran and my sunnah, my way. Very important, right? Do not let the majority deceive you. Thinking is correct deeds. Maulid is coming, right? The Indians are doing other things, right? Did you see in the YouTube these Pakistanis or whatever it is, they will have a birthday cake and they were singing Happy Birthday Prophet Muhammad.
Oh.
And they did, I'm not lying, is there, right? They were singing. He went to that level of celebrating. Always remember when Allah said, Ya ayyuhalladina amanu dukhulu fi silmi kaffa. Oh, you truly believe? Enter into Islam perfectly. Then if you look at the tafsir on how this verse was revealed, it was because a group of Christians, when they took the Shahada, they were still celebrating the Christian practices. Then Allah revealed this, right? In Malaysia and all this, it's so common for people to have end the year party, go to Christmas balls, right? coffee parties, and they have all these Christmas trees and all this. People are drinking and still also drinking. Of course, don't drink alcohol, but still you're following it. Always remember this verse. Allah prohibited us to celebrate other people's practices. In a Christian, Christmas is a pagan festival anyway, right? And Allah stated in Surah number 5, verse number 2, in the last part, 5:2, right? What is it? وَتَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْبِرِّ وَالتَّقْوَى وَلَا تَعَاوَنُوا عَلَى الْإِثْمِ وَالْعُدْوَانِ وَاتَّقُوا اللَّهَ إِنَّ اللَّهَ شَدِيدُ الْعِقَابِ. And join one another in in righteousness and taqwa, in taqwa, in God consciousness, but do not enjoin one another in sins and transgressions. So if I were to be in a Christmas party, everybody wish each other Merry Christmas, and as a alcohol is there, am I in that category?
Yes.
That
Yeah.
Allah said that I'm enjoining things which is sins and transgressions. Very clearly. Even the majority in Malaysia, Indonesia are doing this. Why should we follow them? Right? We are not trying to be super Salafi or whatever it is, but it's from the Quran that we have to follow. And Allah said in the last part of the verse 5, verse number 2, right? Allah is severe in punishment for those who enjoin or who do not enjoin or who enjoin sins and transgressions. Not those who do it, enjoy, that means to encourage. Right? So, for example, if somebody was selling alcohol, he's not drinking, but what happened?
He's touching his head.
He is encouraging sins and transgressions. Surely he will be part and parcel of the sin of alcohol.
I have a question.
Yes.
Something to do with this. Say you're a builder.
Yes.
And you've got contracts, jobs
Yes.
happening, and they tell you have to build a church. Is it permissible to do it?
Same thing, right? You are encouraging
Or
sins and transgressions. Agree? Same thing, right?
I'm building the church.
No, yeah. So if I'm a builder, I'm paid £1 million
Yeah.
to build this big church or to design the big church. It is a form of shirk,
Yeah.
right? And I'm part and parcel of the sins. Surely, anybody disagree?
No.
It's part and parcel of the sin. So we have to be careful, right? If I send, if you send these two children for trick and treat, even Muslims are doing it. I saw Muslim families are doing trick and treat, right? Unknowingly, always knock at your door. Even though in my house, at the window, there is no names of Allah. They still, that's the reason why I put there, no? The names of Allah at the windows, right? They still don't give up, no? And this is sins and transgressions, of course.
You should give them a Quran.
I did give the what's the name? What's the Christian, the group is very Thai, what is it? Because I want to waste their time. Since instead of spending time in other places, we just talk to them for half an hour, 1 hour. They have no time to talk to others. So yeah, so
Give them that.
yeah, give them the Quran.
Do they take it?
Oh yeah, they can.
Yeah, saying that they get from my mum house.
Huh?
And guess what? They get from my mum house, not from their house.
Yeah.
They start to explain to you everything about Somali.
So they're the expert, of course. Okay. Now, so guidance, right? Allah said in Surah number 2, verse 38, right? If you follow Allah's guidance,
Yeah.
upon them shall have no fear or no degree. Yeah. Guidance, as you know, Allah says in Surah number 47, Muhammad verse number 17, Alladhina ihtadaw zadahum huda wa atahum taqwahum. Right? That those who seek guidance, Allah will increase the guidance and they will grant taqwa. It means God consciousness automatically with guidance, right? Because guidance is everything, right? If once Allah guides us, nothing can misguide us. Yeah. So this is important that we know how to seek guidance. How do we seek guidance? Most importantly, Salah. When we say in Salah, we say Ihdina siratal mustaqim. And not just that, siratal ladina an'amta alayhim, the way of those whom you have bestowed your favors. Who are these people? Minan nabiyyin wa siddiqin wa shuhada wa salihin. Surah number An-Nisa 4, verse number 69. Yeah. These are among those who are the prophets, among the path of the truthful ones, the martyrs, and the righteous ones. Right? غَيْرِ الْمَغْضُوبِ عَلَيْهِمْ, not the path that has earned your anger. Who are these people? The Jews, the Yahud, not the path whom you have led astray, the Christians, your former people. The the Alabamians. It's Alabamians. Put Alabamians. Oh, true.
What about Hereafter? So you pray to you
Yes.
alone. That's a major one.
That's a very important one, right? And again, doesn't make sense, right? Then you go to all this, in Umrah, you face the prophet's grave, right? Yeah, face Trump's house. This. You know these Indians, right? Again, Indians, right? You worship Trump, right? There's in YouTube.
You people watch the Trump.
Understand? It's just like a little 5 guys.
Salam. Pakistanis, yeah. Alhamdulillah. Okay. Yeah, but they did, right?
They just worship you, Mike.
Anything I breathe. No, even they put the stethoscopes or that statue, isn't it true? They use a stethoscope to feel the heart of the statue. Ask his people. Ask his people. They want to hear the heartbeat of the statues. Yes. Anyway. So. Okay, let's go ahead. Brothers, right? So the second part, the first part, not to be, for us not to get worried in the hereafter, it is to believe and do good righteous deeds. The second part is to seek guidance, right? To make sure that we seek the correct guidance, right? Again, 100% guidance is wrong. Allah. Even Ibrahim alayhi salam, the Khalilullah, intimate friend of Allah, cannot guide his father. Even Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam cannot guide his uncle. Right? All we need to do is to ensure, I think as long as we are sincere, inshallah, right? Then we will be guided with Allah's will. So, Wasil, so on what point of your life did you think that, okay, that's it, I want to take life seriously? At what point, what is the turning point for you?
Take life seriously?
Take Islam seriously. But love is Islam, isn't it true, in general?
I had a wake up call when one of my family members passed away.
Were you scared?
Scared.
Were you scared that you're going to be next, that you're going to face Allah? What is it that?
I can't explain it. It was like I was lost and then I was found.
That just makes sense.
Everything makes sense.
No, it's like a combination.
Yeah. It looks like Allah filled the void.
Yeah.
Of the emptiness, and then everything like it.
Alhamdulillah.
And all of the things that tempt you go away because your love for Islam makes you strong.
Alhamdulillah. I think it depends on people. Your progress is quite fast, alhamdulillah, right? Because you wanted to Umrah and all this quite fast in Ramadan, right? It was quite fast, alhamdulillah. And you went for the retreats and all this, right? So I think, brothers, like it or not, we need to actively seek guidance. Actively. Guidance will not come to you. You will have to actively seek guidance, right? Be it going from a retreat. Does it help the retreat?
Yeah.
Right? The retreats and all this, right? And again, as I said also, Bailey, right? Because of the fact that Allah wants to guide you, perhaps so you don't get a job for now, right? And it is Allah's plan. And because of that, alhamdulillah, you progress quite fast, right? Praying 5 times a day, right? Going to the mosque, even for Fajr. But of course, somebody failed in their duty to pick somebody up. I won't mention who, but isn't this true? right? Right?
This guy's gonna hate me now.
Yeah. Some people have been given some duties, right? To bring something to the boss.
He asked me what I was supposed to say.
So anyway, yeah. So on that basis, right? I think the progress is quite fast. There's always a reason why we are in this state, which we cannot question Allah, because some of us, right, Adam, we feel that I have prayed, I prayed my tahajjud, I did this, I do my fasting, but I still don't have money, for example, right? Like me, maybe. I still have things that I still don't have a white car, a Range Rover. I still don't live in Paddington, right? Yeah. So these are the things in which it is in all us, and this is quite important that we actively seek guidance. So another thing, for example, right, it's wrong that we do not read Quran every day. Quran is a treasure that we have to hunt. The more you hunt, the more you get the benefits. Because once it's in the heart, subhanallah, right? La ikrah fid din, qad tabayyana rushd min al-ghayy, faman yakfur bi taghuti wa yu'min faqad istamsaka bil urwati wuthqa la infisama lahu wallahu samiun alim. Right? Can you read for me the full meaning? Surah number 2 was number 256.
I'm off, yeah.
Take care.
Inshallah, take care. Assalamu alaikum.
2
Like confident.
2 was number 256. Al-Baqarah 256. After al-Kursi. Abid.
Oh yeah.
No, there's no compulsion religion.
Allah burdens not a person.
No. 256.
Yeah, you can see that nothing but space.
So someone else colonizing the place.
Those bananas in the car.
Take banana. True.
There is no compulsion in religion.
Yes.
Verily, the right path has become distinct from the wrong path. Whoever disbelieves in Taghut
Taghut, yes.
and believes in Allah, then he has grasped the most trustworthy handhold that will never break. And Allah is all hearer, all knowing.
So that means Taghut means anything that is replacing Allah. Yeah. Celebrities, even your mother, your father, and all this is Taghut.
One question. So, is there a category of taghut and then batin? Is there like one that's light and one that's heavier? Because batin and taghut is almost the same.
Almost, it's just falsehood. Similar.
It's similar to what you said earlier, with like Salat al-Duha.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Duha and all this.
I know
Yeah.
it's the name, but in this situation, it's more about the cause of what you're doing.
I think it's more that there's just the definitions. Yeah, it's similar. I think there is false, right? Even your desires, right? Football, Manchester City, Chelsea,
Like you say,
Man U.
you say like Daif and Makruh.
Yes.
So in this case, what would be taghut and batin?
I think falsehood. I think it's much more categories, broader.
Or batin?
Batil, yes. Batil, falsehood.
Taghut is
Taghut is more towards like Tawheed, right? More towards Tawheed, more towards that's equivalent to Allah.
so that's more serious than taghut.
Yes, of course. This is
It's like
shirk.
more higher, isn't it?
Yeah, falsehood is anything that's false, right? Batil. Yeah, so very important that what did Allah say it again? Believe. Don't do that.
The verse again.
Yes.
There is no compulsion in religion. Verily, the right path has become distinct from the wrong path. Whoever disbelieves in Taghut and believes in Allah, then he has grasped the most trustworthy handhold that will never break.
Very important, right? You will never break. The tawheed that you have, it will never break. And you and I know, any one of us had a single element of falsehood in our tawheed, we are finished. Even to say that, well, I'm a lawyer, right? Because of me, that's it. Everybody got their own visa, right? Because of me. And that itself is shirk, as you know.
You mean believing in that?
Yes. Believing and because of you, right? That, yes. So very important, right? To understand this verse. That Allah will guide us to such an extent, but you must do your part to seek Allah's guidance, reading the Quran, right? To ensure that you attend classes, for example, of course, correct classes, not Sheikh Chat GPT, right? Not Sheikh Google. All this. Okay, that's your Sheikh. Who posted that? Oh, Adam. Okay. Right. So we do need to, inshallah, seek guidance actively.
Yes.
The more time you spend to seek guidance, 100%, the more you'll be guided. As Allah said, it is now Surah number 47, Muhammad was number 17, right? Alladhina tadaw zadahum huda. Those who seek guidance, Allah will increase the guidance. So the more guidance, the more Quran you read with understanding, the more prayers you pray, of course you're guided, inshallah. Okay? But the problem is, of course, right, Nikhil, there are many people who are praying, but they are still deliberately committing sins, including shirk. How do you explain in that? Because Allah said in Surah number 29, verse 45, Inna salata tanha anil fahsya wa munkar. The prayer will prevent immoralities and disobedience to Allah. It's Allah's promise. But why people are still having boyfriends and girlfriends in Malaysia? They do pray salah 5 times a day, even more than that. But they're still holding hands and all this, corruptions, right?
But it's understandable.
Why? I think so, right? I think it's because most people, especially for us who are Arabic as not our first language, right? We don't make the effort to understand what it means. It's just like a robot praying, right? And as I said, after 5 minutes, it's ticking what's I've done, Asar tick, Maghrib tick, Isha tick. It's about ticking boxes. It's not about analyzing about how the prayer is improved. If not improved, then you need to know why. Is it because I'm not doing the prayer properly? Is it too fast? Is it accepted by Allah? We must analyze ourselves in this salah. Because if you don't analyze yourself, nobody can analyze you. On the day of judgment, your mother won't be there to defend you. Your father won't be there. Your girlfriend won't be there. Nobody's going to be there except yourself. Right? You're alone, precisely. Right? You're all alone there. How can you defend yourself? And you are the one who is supposed to seek guidance actively. Guidance means you must understand. You cannot, for example, that the Malaysians did, right? Always, when something comes, it's all about, oh, you need to recite Al-Fatiha for the deceased, for example. There's no hadith at all that the Quran is for the dead. The Quran is for the living, right? When you say, Allah said, ذَلِكَ الْكِتَابُ لَا رَيْبَ فِي هُدًى لِلْمُتَّقِينَ. This is a book, there's no doubt about it. It's a guidance for those who are God consciousness. The dead is don't have taqwa because it's too late. Taqwa is for the living, right? So 100% the Quran, you cannot send the Quran to the deceased. He would have had his chance to do good deeds when he was alive or she was alive, right? Only 3 things are continuous we discussed just now. Dua, righteous child, right? The continuous charity, sadaqah jariyah, and beneficial knowledge. Not knowledge about Chelsea, or about Manchester City. It's all beneficial knowledge. That's why we make dua to Allah, right? Allahumma as'aluka ilman wa rizqan wa amalan mutaqabbalan. Asking Allah for beneficial knowledge. Just not knowledge, right? Don't care about, somebody asked me, right? Umrah. Oh, how many, the Kaaba, how many bricks in the Kaaba? Who cares? Bricks.
Somebody asked you that?
Yeah.
Can you reveal the name?
I won't reveal it, but it's from Albania.
Is he legal?
Because they're making to do with bricks every day. Come on, that's right.
They build this, eh?
In that kind of way, yeah, they're building something else. Yeah.
I think that's just a question.
Yeah, precisely.
So,
So-
he's not the builder.
Yeah.
So, what are you going to know that?
So that's why in Steps to Allah, we call it UK. What's UK? Unbeneficial knowledge. Unbeneficial knowledge. UK. Right? This is what we use. Right?
So does beneficial knowledge only means religious knowledge?
In general, But of course, that knowledge that can help
Others.
the world,
Yeah.
doctor and all this, and of course knowledge that of course help yourself, because when you have money, then can help others. Is beneficial, right?
Yes.
And so it's your intention, right? This is very important. Why you want to have this money? Okay. That's number two, guidance. Very important topic, right? Always remember, if Allah guides us, nothing can misguide us. Nothing can misguide us. Right? Very important to be in Allah's good books, inshallah. Right? Number three, right? Who will not be have to worry on the day of judgment? In the surah number 2, verse number 112. Bala man aslama wajhahu lillahi wa huwa muhsin falahu ajruhu 'inda rabbih wala khawfun 'alaihim wala hum yahzanun. Whoever submits his face to Islam, submits his face in Islam to Allah, while being of a good doer of good, will have a reward with his Lord. No fear will there be concerning them, nor will they grieve. Islam. Islam is not about name is Adam, Bilal, right? Yusuf, right? That is just a name. It's got common, right? In Indonesia, they got name Henry, you know, Henry, Patrick, all Islam, Muslims, right? So it's not just about Khadijah, Aisha, right? Islam is complete submission to Allah. Allah said in the Quran, Ya ayyuhalladzina amanu taqullaha haqqa tuqatih wa la tamutunna illa wa antum muslimun. Who truly believe enter into Islam perfectly. Allah, all who truly believe and have taqwa as it is due, and do not die except instead of Islam. I do not need to qualify myself. I must be a good Muslim. Agree? Muslim is Muslim. The complete word is complete submission to Allah. Of course, we discussed before the categories of good doers, right? Muslim, Mu'min, Muhsin. Three definitions. What is Muslim? What is Islam? It's just a concept of submission to Allah, right? Iman is higher. Agreed? Right? We discussed in Surah number 8, verse number 2, 3, 4. Right? What is ihsan? You heard of it, Bailey? Ihsan? Ihsan. What is ihsan? That you worship Allah as if you see Him. But if you cannot do that, you know that Allah sees you. That means complete awareness. From the time that we wake up in the morning until we sleep, complete awareness of Allah, which is very difficult, agree? Because we are humans. I myself, when I talk to clients, I cannot think about Allah all the time. But I need to focus on what I want to say. If not, I say things wrongly, right? Which is, may Allah forgive us, of course, with that. And even the Sahaba was asking Prophet ﷺ, right? Ya Rasulullah, when we are with you, it's like the Jannah is in front of us, right? We are so fearful of Allah. But when we are not with you, everything we forgot. Which is quite true, right? Because which all of us are the same. Then what did Prophet say? Right?
You'll be angel.
If you were able to do that in front of me, behind me, you're like an angel. Even the angel will congratulate you. Right? But we are not angels. Yeah, there is a degree of, we call it that we just need to take things in balance. Yeah. But of course, when we face Allah in the mosque, we need to have full khushu as best as we can, inshallah. Right? But others, when we're at home and all this, we give Allah due respect, at the same time do our work as we can, responsibly, inshallah. Yeah. So important that we understand about the concept of Islam, right? We cannot have half in and have half out. Agreed? Which surah is this?
Al-Baqarah.
What's number? We're going back to Malaysia in 1 month time, right? Inshallah, it's going to be beneficial. 85. What is it? Afatut minuna? Then? Alhamdulillah, this Osama is not here, right? This is Alhamdulillah. So Allah said, right? Do you believe in part of the scriptures and reject the rest? And what is the recompense of those who do so, except that they will get the disgrace of the life in this world, and then the hereafter they will be consigned to the most grievous torment. And your Lord, the last part is very scary. Your Lord is not unaware of what you do. It's double negative. Allah could have said, I'm aware of what you do. No, not unaware. It's even worse. He knows everything. Al Alim, Al Khabir, right? He's all aware, he's all knower. We cannot escape from Allah's plan. Right? Important that we are aware of this. Islam means complete submission to Allah. Full stop. Okay, and also it's a way of life. Agreed? It's not just about salah, not just about fasting. Every time, every second, every minute, from the time that we wake up until we sleep, we try to completely submit to Allah. Be in our saying, in our actions, and everything. Right? Any questions? So what was number one? Wala khawfun wala hum yahzanun. The first one is to believe and do good righteous deeds. Second one, to seek guidance. Third one, to submit completely to Allah. Right? Is it an honor to submit completely to Allah? Of course. Only those whom Allah has guided will be able to submit completely. Right? So those who are still struggling in the prayers, that you need to find ways quickly to come back to Allah. Because I will always say this, right? If I go to the mosque, alhamdulillah, Allah invite me. If not, I'm not invited. As simple as that. But there is a comfort for those, and I forward to you this hadith in our group, right? For those who are traveling or those who are sick, you will get exactly the same reward as if you're not sick. So, for example, like I'm in this condition, sometimes I can't go to the mosque, and I've been to the mosque almost every prayer. Because of my illness, I'll get the same reward as if I'm praying in the mosque, even though I'm praying at home. Because I've been doing so all the time. Sorry? Yeah.
You want to go there because of the condition.
But I can't.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
So it's quite important. There's a comfort, right? In terms of our good deeds. If you're sick, as a traveler, it's the same thing, right? Let's say if you're traveling, you're shortening your prayers, you must not do the sunnah prayers, right? Because you're shortening your prayers. No, there's no sunnah prayers except for witir and sunnah fajr and title masjid. You can do it.
And
Witir, not tahajjud.
So when you
Witir.
say you could skip a time,
actually, you're a traveller.
No.
So what would we be doing?
Who?
For Ramadan.
Is to practice.
Oh.
But it's good, of course, you can do it, right? No, I'm talking about Prophet Muhammad has never missed these three prayers, even though traveling. The sunnah, two sunnah before Fajr, the duha prayer, and the witr. He has never leave this when you travel. What's the difference between witr and tahajjud? We discussed before.
Witr and tahajjud. Tahajjud is where you wake up to pray salah in the middle of the night. Witr is finishing off the whole salah, close off everything.
So in general, so another difference is that yes, good, but also in tahajjud you do long sujud.
Yeah.
I mean, witr is don't do long sujud, it's short sujud.
Well, some people do the qunut already long these days.
Yeah. Now qunut is a bonus. If you do it, it's good. If you don't do it, it doesn't invalidate or lessen the reward of your witr.
But wasn't the qunut meant to? Wasn't it specified? Just correct me, I can't remember. Was it specified for the 70 Sahaba that got assassinated?
Qunut nazila.
When he made the qunut against the people who assassinated his companions, 70 like that.
I can't remember about this. Yeah, I can't remember about this. Right? But all I'm trying to say, right? Prophet Muhammad has never done qunut on every witr. And we shouldn't do it. For me, most likely for me, it's like when I have short time to do witr, then I don't do qunut. If I have longer time, I do qunut. Qunut means after Sami Allah Hamidah, the last rak'ah, you raise up your hand, like your tarawih prayer, right? Witr, do the dua. Yeah? Okay? Now, the next one. So this is Islam. If you are Muslim as in practicing, right, you will get Allah will not feel worry or fear in the day of judgment. The next one, Awliya of Allah. What's awliya of Allah?
Friend of Allah.
Friend of Allah, as in everything that you feel that Allah will love you, right?
My
But of course, some people think that just because they are Sufis, they will get friend of Allah, right?
yes.
It's not necessary.
Yeah, they think that the chair on Friday is supposed to come sitting there.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Major dinner. Should.
Surah Yunus, verse number 62, verse number 64. Right, 264. Ala inna awliya Allahi la khawfun alaihim wa lahum yahzanun. Where the awliya of Allah, the friends of Allah, there will be no fear, no, they will grieve. Who are these people? Alladhina amanu wa kanu yattaqun. Those who again believe and have taqwa. So if you have taqwa, you fear Allah, you will be considered under the category of awliya. Yeah, so believe and taqwa. Yeah, lahumul bushra fil hayati dunya wa fil akhirah, right? And for them are the glad tidings in the worldly life and in the hereafter. Yep. So we have to try and be Allah's close friends, right? Awliya, as best as we can. It's not an entitlement. Agreed? Some people who has this, oh, this is the prophet's generation, goes to the way families go to prophets and all this, automatically they become awliya. Subhanallah, they came to Malaysia, but they're from somewhere. All the celebrities came and there's a huge crowd, nations like all this, right? The huge crowds and then the kissing hands and all this.
Where they come from?
Yemen,
Oh,
many of them, right? And when you Yemen, so
Where's the song?
it's online. I'm not sure. So, but when you heard them recite the Quran, completely rubbish.
who don't care?
Yes, the only one at the end of the day, it's all about money. Yeah, because they had it. No, they come to Malaysia because they're invited,
Oh,
and
they're
then
from Yemen.
because these people believe that oh, when they kiss hands on this, get all this thing, they get more blessed, barakah and all this, and this is so sad because everybody is doing it, right?
And they do all this bowing, like the guy, he tried to bounce and
Lastly.
I said, what are you doing? I don't like it.
Yeah. You remember the hadith? So Prophet Muhammad was saying, right? If you expect a person to stand up for you, then expect a seat in hellfire. But of course, if they stand up for you on their own, we got no control, right? But you expect them to stand for you as what these people are doing, right? Kiss hands and all this shit, and they have to be very careful. Again, the Malaysians traditions and all this, bowing down all this, you're not allowed to do it, especially to your royal family, right? You must bow down and all this. You only bow down to Allah. That's the only reason why I do not become a barrister. Because going to the court, I need to bow down to the judge. If I don't do that, my case might be affected and all this. Why should I go to the court and get all the sins? And
You know, one of the things I learned as a British man, or an English man when I was young, was Mr. B, he met the Queen and he headbutted her.
yeah.
So when she went like that, he went, bang!
No. But you missed one important point. You must make the point. The zip got stuck, right?
Oh, yeah.
Then what he was trying to.
That episode was one of the best.
Yeah.
He just nodded and walked out.
That's what he does.
You know, huh?
That's what he does.
Yeah, because he was like part of this group that was getting
Working for the no.
like ceremony or something like that, and he's at the end, and he just turned around, bang, like that. The whole time he was practicing, he was like, and he got so nervous, he just nodded.
Yeah.
So that taught me a lot, right?
Yeah. Okay, so do remember this. Of course, we aim to be awliya of Allah, right? As I said, the friends of Allah is gained through merit, right?
Marriage.
Merit,
Merit.
merit,
Marriage.
not because of and there's no in Islam. There's no it's no entitlement. Agreed?
But sure, if the awliya is Ibrahim alayhi salam, and he's underneath Jonathan for those,
Yes.
then if we're the awliya, are we in that station as well? If we are the awliya, by the way.
No, but you have to remember, right? That incident happens in the skies in this world. It's not the day of judgment thing. In this world. Once the world comes to an end, there's no such thing as the seventh level. It's 100 level of Jannah. Right? Because that was, if we talk about Isra Mi'raj. In that journey, yes, Different. It's only on one time that the prophets are in that level, not in any other time, right? And
So, are all the Anbiya on Jannah and Firdaus?
yes, 100%. 100%. Yeah, because they're chosen by Allah. They must be in the Jannah Firdaus, no other place. They're the best of the nation.
So it makes sense because when he said the footsteps in Jannah,
Yeah.
and in another narration he said, "We would like to have a house." No, sorry, he said that Abu Bakr would be near Prophet Sallallahu house in Jannah or something like that. Now,
It's different.
He
Yeah.
said your house is marble, gold, ruby.
Yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
Different stories.
Yeah, yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Okay. Now, the next one. Those who give charity. Yeah. Surah number 2, verse number 262. الذين ينفقون أموالهم في سبيل الله ثم لا يتبعون ما أنفقوا منا ولا أذى لهم أجرهم عند ربهم ولا هم يحزنون. Those who spend their wealth in the cause of Allah. I want to remember this. It must be for the sake of Allah, not for your own fame, right? And they do not follow up that. Listen to this. They do not follow up by reminders of the generosity or by injury. So you don't remind us. Remember, I gave you this, right? Remember, I gave you last week this money, right? So never remind others of your generosity, or what is it with injury? Those who spend their wealth because of Allah and do not follow up their gifts with reminders of their generosity or with injury. What is injury?
Injury.
Yeah, what does it mean? That means when somebody comes to you, then you say, it's always you. Take. That is, you're hurting the feelings, right? You must not do that, right? If you do not want to give, don't give. You need to say things that will be hurtful, right? The reward with their Lord, that the reward is with their Lord, and upon them they shall have no fear, nor shall they grieve. So it's about giving charity with sincerity. Two things you must not do: don't remind others of your charity, and secondly, do not hurt their feelings, inshallah. Right? And charity, as you know, extinguishes sins as water extinguishes a fire. So remove your minor sins, not major sins. Okay. The next one, number 6. Man ufa bi'ahdihi wattaqa fa inna Allah yuhibbul muttaqin. Yeah. Whoever fulfills his pledge and fears Allah. Indeed, Allah loves those who fear Him. Now, what is this? Fulfills the pledge. Covenant. What? What does it mean? Does it mean? You know? Yes.
Musab ibn Umayyah was the first.
No. Let's ask. Who fulfills the covenant? Wasil, your builder. If I were to pay you, Salam Kaduk, how are you? If I were to pay you 2,000 pounds, there is a covenant, there's a contract, right? You have to fulfill that. That means you must do top quality work. Of course, it depends on the money, right? The more money I give you, the better the quality, of course. But I give you top-notch money, 5,000 pounds, just for this room. Is it good quality work? Inshallah. Just for this room, 5,000 pounds, a lot of money, right? Right? So in a sense that if I expect that kind of money, which is a covenant, I expect work, quality. You cannot give me a cheap work, cowboy job, and very cheap material. Do you agree, right, in this? And you know this, right? In your work, it depends on the amount of money they give. Of course, you can have an expensive kitchen set, expensive kitchen, expensive bathroom with a good price, or you have a cheaper ones with a cheaper price. Depends on. It is a covenant that we are talking about. And me as a solicitor, people give me money, 2,000 pounds, and I need to do a good job. I cannot be late for my submissions of things. For example, there is a degree of requirement. So Yusuf, inshallah, may Allah grant you a job in Saudi Arabia. If you want to go there to work, there must be a degree of responsibility. You cannot always go to Umrah and then miss all the work, for example. You know what I mean? You know that. So if your contract, Nikhil, If your contract is your work, for example, let's say you work at night, right? Let's say you work at night as a security, yeah, from 7 to 7, 12 hours. You work in security before, right?
But
You-
it's daytime, that's why it's.
Okay, so at night, for example, right?
Yeah, it's not easy.
You're not supposed to sleep for 4 hours.
Exactly.
Do you agree?
Yeah.
This is what confidence is about. You sign a contract, working. Surely, of course, you can take a rest, right? Any work is there must be a rest, right? At night, 1 hour, perhaps another coffee break, and that's about it. You cannot. I know some people bring their pajamas and all this, bring their pillows and they sleep, right? That's not how it's supposed to be, right? If you are doing a plumbing job and all this, right, and you paid amount of money, you do a very good job. I say, but if you are a teacher, paid by a teacher, there's and GPs are horrible now, right? I just went to GP yesterday, right? Supposed to be for important blood pressure. She just need to take blood pressure once. Okay, let's go. I can do it myself. You need to give me an advice. Okay, oh, your pressure is still high. You need to do this and do this. No, and she's a Muslim. And disgusting, you know.
They expect you to know your son, then they don't.
Yeah, because she need to take reading 3 times, and I just came. I need to rest, and then she just take immediately, and then they sit one and they go back home. It's only about a few minutes. I waited for so long for the appointment. I could have done it myself. Do you agree? And this is the level because I was a dentist before, right? When I need to make sure that the money that they paid, the teeth are good, right? Not just do some cheap material and that's it, go. And then next few days they come out again, the fillings. And this is your responsibility. When they come out, you need to do it for free. But these things are not perfect, right? Materials come out, whatever it is, fine. But you do it for free and make sure it's a good material. So this is the covenant we're talking about, which a lot of us are lacking, agreed? In general. If you are paid to do a job, right? You're working with a mechanic, right? Same thing, right? There need to be responsible. Are you a self-employed employee?
No, employee.
Employee, right? There need to be a responsibility on how you repair cars, right? And you cannot do a sleep. So, and you know, being a mechanic, you do MOT and all this,
Yeah.
and
I'm so shocked even.
it's like that. That's a lot of things can be done, right?
Yeah.
You can cheat and make more money for yourself, or you can just do what is required. Agree?
Yeah.
But most people would do more things than necessary in general. Do you agree?
I don't know. People are shady in the UK, man.
Yeah, that's I mean they are cheating.
They are, yeah. I guess they're overcharged. Or like,
Yeah,
they'll say they do more, but in reality they
Yeah.
they do that.
There's not necessary things. They still do it, change this, change that, and all this, just because they want to get more money, of course. Do you agree, Nikhil?
Or sometimes they say that there's something wrong that wasn't even wrong with it.
Yeah, and so it's quite important to just discuss this because it does affect our standing in the hereafter, right? And this is Islam is very practical, right? It's about the day-to-day events and activities. It's not just about reading the Quran, taqwa, iman. You don't understand what we're doing. The things that happen to us every day, we do need to address it. A teacher who is paid to teach, Nikhil, you know, right? Your Pakistani schools, right? How bad they are. I'm not saying this. Nikhil wasn't telling me, right?
Yeah.
How bad they were, and they were paid, you know. And the way they teach and handle students is so horrible. And they will be questionable on the day of judgment. This is what they're talking about. The covenant that we have in this life.
You know the worst one is here. I stopped going in February, and even right in front of you, they called me asking for my results.
Yes.
Just so they can use it in their marketing.
Yeah. Yeah. And the standard they and this is what happened, right? In the sense that they pretend it's good, they're such a good school, but it is all rubbish. And somehow or other, a lot of people will suffer in the day of judgment because of this. They have not fulfilled the covenant. But Allah said, whoever fulfills his covenant or his pledge and have taqwa to Allah, because when you fulfill the covenant, you have taqwa to Allah, right? You have no taqwa, you can do whatever you want, right? And there is this lawyer, Trey, called Furqan. Furqan is working in Baker Street because he's earning so much money. Posh office in Baker Street, but he cheated all my clients' money before they came to me. He charged thousands of pounds, and all were all hopeless cases, right? And this is how they earn the money. They will be answerable to Allah on the day of judgment. Okay? So many things about this. So in conclusion, yeah, we have to remind ourselves at the end of the day, we will face Allah. Whether we like it or not, we will have to answer to Allah. Yeah. But those, again, the topic is today, wala khawfun alayhim wala hum yahzanun. Some people, they have no fear, no, they grieve on the day of judgment. These are the people we discussed today, taking guidance, iman, do good righteous deeds, and so on and so on. Which we have to, inshallah, strive to be among these people, because on the day of judgment, as I said, there's nobody else that will be standing beside us except ourselves. We will have to face Allah for accountability for everything that we did. So on the day of judgment, is there an excuse that we do not know anything? There's no excuse at all. That's why we are here, to share knowledge, to learn from each other on how to be among those for today's topic that will have no grief, no will be fear on the day of judgment. Questions? Is it clear to this topic? Very important topic, yeah, for us to try and to address ourselves, honestly criticize ourselves, and to improve ourselves, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make us among those who will not grieve or fear on the day of judgment. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala increase our iman and taqwa, increase His guidance for us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bless us and our family members and guide us in the straight way at all times. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant Allah Jannatul Firdaus. Subhanaka wa bihamdika la anta wa astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Subhanaka rabbil izzati wa salamun Wassalamu alhamdulillah alamin. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Jazakumullah khair. Inshallah, we see each other next week, inshallah. Right? Next Saturday, lessons is at 2:30, inshallah. Yeah. 2:30 here.
Okay.
Then we go to the Indonesian side, inshallah.